Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We're watching from the GoPro today. Let's see. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Watching from the GoPro today. Don't know if you saw that, but I just missed one. If you can hear me, Robert, you are the moderator. There one. Clearly in the 8-pound range. There one. Clearly in the 8-pound range. So what I gotta figure out is how am I gonna make this work? Oh, let's do this. Okay, I'm testing to make sure you can still hear me. So what I gotta figure out is how am I gonna make this work? Oh, let's do this. Hopefully. Okay, I'm testing to make sure you can still hear me. I'm hearing everything. Are you hearing everything twice? Because I'm hearing everything twice and I don't know what to do. Like if I do this, I won't be able to hear you at all. That's what I need to do. I'm sorry. There's no reason for me to hear you. We're putting a good one on the... Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Yeah, look at this. Folks, I'm out in the middle of the lake and thinking I'm catching striped, and it's bass. You are part of the action today. Golly bum. I accidentally set the hook into his bone, I guess. It's a cute little one. Whew. So funny because it was so overcast and cool. And it's not overcast and cool at all right now. It's now suddenly all this, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Suddenly it's... Oh, shoot. What is so funny is how many of these are actually bass. It's crazy how many of these are bass. I thought this would all be striped. I just missed one that was a bass. This is a bass. Somebody in a boat just came by and they just kept on going. I don't know if they just think I'm striped fishing or what. Oh, that's right, you're here. Hey, little buddy. We are down at, where are we? We're at Watts Bar. And just out of Ladd Landing. Let's see, have I messed this up so much it ain't gonna work anymore? I think it's okay for another run or two. I'm using this fluke, and it's actually, this is a very small miniature fluke compared to the ones we typically use. Brother and I both really like to use big flukes, like 5-inch, not giant, you know, but this is rather small, as you can see. And these fish, I've caught 2 fish and lost 1, and all 3 were bass so far. I don't really know if they wanted some... Oh, there, I was reeling it fast and missed him. He short struck on that one. I think my minnow is about worn out. So let me change real quick. I'm gonna put you right here so I can keep talking to you. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna get myself a new minnow. In fact, I wonder if that'd work. Let's stick with what's working. I know that's working. God, what was that? What are those? And what is that? You know, I'm telling you, you would think that these fish would destroy that, would you not? I really would think that they would, but they're actually trailers. But golly bum, they look like... Well, you know what? Let's try one. What can it hurt? Last time I tried one, I don't think anything worked with it, but they sure do look good. I mean, it's a cool looking little minnow. Look at that. Does that look like a minnow or what? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my worn out little doohickey and I'm going to swap him. Oh, shoot, dadgummit. Did not mean to do that. Get up here. Oh, don't do what I just did, folks. Throw that in the dang. Well, okay. Threw that in the wrong direction. Apologize for that. Should not have done that. Here's what I'm going to try to do, though. I'm going to come out this thing's gut right here. I don't know. Haven't used these, so bear with me. I don't know if this will work very well or if it will work at all. But, hey, the ultimate goal here is it looks something like that, right? So let's just take this, maybe pop it through there. I don't know. It kind of looks like a minnow, but the one thing I'm noticing is it's pretty hard plastic. It's not, I don't think this is actually meant to be used like this, but because they're just all about minnows, I like the way that looks though. What do y'all think? All right, let's sit you back here. So far I'm getting a ton of bites right here, and I switched up to this little minnow imitation, and we'll see if they'll hit it. But what's more, it doesn't really matter if they'll hit it. What I'm worried about is whether they'll actually be able to get it to where I could catch them. Because the little minnow is actually really firm, which makes me think it might be hard for them to get the hook in their mouth. I'll tell you what I do like about it, it's heavy. And even with this tiny little hook I'm using, I'm able to cast it a long way. There's one. That's a bass. Let's see if I can keep it on here. I'm really curious. Yeah, okay. Now we'll notice, definitely catching fish. I'm hoping to get upsize a little bit bigger. Well, okay, there's one. Okay, so I know I'm catching bass on top. I know I'm catching them that way. So the next question is, but if you've noticed, I've only caught three. One, two, three. I think I've caught 3 fish, and all 3 of them were largemouth, but they were very small largemouth. And boy, this bait's tough looking, but I'm catching small fish. All right, so let's see. Repeating? Oh gosh, what does that mean, repeating? It's repeating. See, it says repeating. Is it still repeating? Because I don't know what that means. Loud and clear, but it's repeating. according to my live scope, these fish are... had one just take it right off the hook. He hit it so hard. Don't start that stuff. I've got a perfect signal. Scared me. Keep jerking its head down, and I'm not getting them hooked. So I'm going to figure out exactly. I think what it is this time is that the hook is not far enough down. And you're going to have to come up and get a pretty good chunk of it for that to work. Can you even hear me? I don't see any comments. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm even live. Something hit that the second it hit the ground. Okay, so I'm getting good hits on this. I'm not getting a lot of landings on it, and every time they hit it, it's tearing it down. So I'm going to try something slightly different. I like this. I mean, I caught several fish on that there, or had good hits, I mean. I'm just going to literally take a white contact. These are rigged weightless. Where's his tail? There's his tail right there. Goodness, took me a minute to figure that out, didn't it? I'm gonna go right through here. I'm gonna come out his stomach. I'm gonna roll him up on top of the top part of this extra wide gap hook. And see, I wasn't thinking about just how big that is. I don't know if that'll work or not. I'm mostly just curious. Let's just see. That was a good thump right there. Something just got nailed. See if they'll hit this. Boy, he did. Oh, hey, guess what? This is better. He's jumping. Oh boy. Hey, this one's not kidding around. This is a decent sized fish right here. Oh, let's see you. Let's see you before you jump and throw my hook. The bait that I had on is so soft. Oh no, that's a big stripe. But boy, what a pretty stripe. My goodness. Wow, look at you. Oh my goodness. I bet you this thing's 3 pounds. This dude is huge. He won't let me get his mouth. You're a smart fish, aren't you? If you'll be still, I will get you out of there. Golly bum, I want you to look at this. Look at the size of that. That is huge. Oh, what a blast. Golly boom. That is huge. God. And they're jumping all around me right now. Well, that's a shame because that was one single contact. Oh, I have a bad feeling. Cool, got you. Yep, loud and clear. Repeating, I meant could hear faint echo. Finally got home, can keep up with you. Can you hear me? Is it sounding really weird? Did you just see the giant stripe I caught? Man. I'd catch them right now if I had a net, because they're blowing up right beside the boat. Golly boom. I know one thing, I gotta hurry. These fish are crushing it out here. And I'm just dawdling around like I got all year. That's what I'm doing, just this little simple setup right here. And my brother showed me that a few days ago. You can see him right here in front of me. I'm sure you all can. And all I got to do is bam, there he is. That's a bass. 4 bass. 4 bass and a stripe. For anybody keeping records. That's a little bit bigger than the other bass, isn't it? How pretty. I'm telling you what, I have never seen anything like this on this lake system. It's just unreal. Golly bum, I've never seen this. Oh, there went a school of what we call shiners. Just under the boat right there. Boy, they were big. These are so slippery, they're so hard to hold. It'd be better if I put this on a head that would actually hold it, and a light enough jig that I can keep it up on top, because that's what they want. I'm picking up on what they're putting down. Oh man, it's hard to slow down and do this because of just hitting so good. But a minute ago, the one that hit, boy, is a big one. There's a tiny one. Oh, he got off, thank goodness. But not before he messed up my... These diamond umbrella rig hooks are about sharp enough to hurt you bad, and they certainly are sticky. If a fish gets a hold of one, he doesn't tend to let it go very well. Let's see, am I going to hit anything? I don't think so. So what we're going to do is a quick tie up here. I'm going to just cut this off. We'll keep that hook. I'm going to show you all, in case you are not familiar with it, the best way to put a string on any hook on the planet, as far as I'm concerned, is you go through the hook once, like that. You go back through the hook, back through the eye. With any success, you see better than I do. Okay, and so what I've done is, all I've done is got a string now, and I'm rocking this back and forth. I'll tie a simple little, like a slip knot. See that? Simple slip knot, but I'm not going to tighten it down. Now what I'm going to do is take it and go completely around the hook like that to the other side of the hook. And now that I've got that, I'm just going to slowly pull it, put a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. And I have had the best success on that right there. I don't know why, it just absolutely works, but well, I've been getting some amazing bites on these little white Kytex, and so here's what I'm going to do. For one, I'm about to hit the dock, so let me get off this guy's dock. Sorry, Mr. Dock. You can hear me good. Finally got home. Okay, good. Got to get out here. These fish are feeding like crazy. I actually think there may be some rockfish mixed in with this group based off the dude I just caught a second ago. That's probably the biggest one I've seen this year in here, and it just did not look like a stripe at all. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with this. We're going to push this one on, and we're going to keep going. And then we're going to come up out of the, about right there, right? And we're going to start twisting this in circles. We're going to thread it up on that keeper. That's what that's going to do. It's going to make it a whole lot harder for a single fish to just rip that off there. Kind of looks like a skipjack stomach, and that's what they're after. And now that one, it'll be at least a little bit harder for them to pull that down. Right? If y'all agree with me and you love me, just be silent. That's my way of making it okay that nobody's talking. Now, the one thing about this is now it's weighted, it's going to want to sink. I don't know if that's the end of the world, but the fish that seem to be getting smacked are the ones on the surface. Okay, thanks. Take their fluke, Daddy. Call messages. I mean, are there people in here? Can anybody see anything? I don't see the normal. I'm using my GoPro, and so I'm noticing it looks like to me that, is there anybody in here besides Fluke Daddy? I don't see the same view that I'm used to looking at. But it is Friday. It is a great day to be on the lake. And I'll tell you, it's the same thing again. These fish have somehow mastered cell phones. And the reason that I say that is because if you could see what I'm seeing right now, there's no fish up on the surface. There's one. Oh boy, here's a good one. Oh, he's right in the sun, blinded me. Oh no, it just dawned on me. I bet you're getting blind too. Oh, let's see what this one is. This one feels pretty good. I'm guessing it's a stripe because it's vibrating as it pulls. Yeah, that's a stripe. Okay. I'll show you the difference in those diamond screw locks. Okay, hold on, buddy. Look how pretty. God, those are like, look at that. Look how sharp those are. Oh my goodness. Slip of the rip. I like the way you don't miss. Oh, now look here. See the difference? It's not ripped down. It's not ripped. That same one, I don't know if it'd work with that or not. But here we go. The wind is picking up. I wish it wasn't. I know that it's hard for you all, and it's kind of hard for me to hear, but let's try a couple things. My biggest bass so far came from right over here. That was a bass, I believe. But what is so interesting, why I'm saying that these fish have a cell phone, is because there's like nothing happening right now. I'm looking 200-foot diameter around me, 200-foot circle or whatever. There's no jumping. And then here in just a minute, one or two will jump, and then they start jumping everywhere. It's like a big coordinated effort. I'm going to try a couple of different retrieves. I'm going to try keeping it up towards the top, going pretty fast, because it seems like that's the way they're feeding like crazy right now. But then I'm also going to go really slow and bring it down on the bottom. All right, folks, if you're just now joining me, we are into another feeding frenzy out here on Watts Bar. And you're viewing from a GoPro this time instead of just a regular iPhone. I'm hoping that is a nice viewing experience for some of you all. I had a couple of requests to do that, so I'm hoping that all is well. Appreciate y'all joining in for a view. It is Friday, yay. I am stoked to be able to be off for the next couple days. It has been raining off and on. It's been pretty miserable. I think this right here will work perfect if they're on the bottom or if they're up top feeding. But it seems like they don't really want to have much to do with it right now. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them an opportunity with me bringing it on the bottom really slow, and I'm going to see how they react to it. I'm just going to watch. It's going to be a trick for one to even get it to go down to the bottom. There it is right there. This time I'm actually trying to just reel it along the bottom. If you are fortunate enough to have live scope, you can actually look out through there and find some that are either suspended or just kind of laying on the bottom. And then you can toss this right to them, you know, and that way you're not guaranteed, but you definitely gonna catch something if you find them like that. Like, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about or not, but they're on my live scope. I'll show you. Let's see if I can do this and still hold the fishing rod. Let me scoot this just a little. So, you know, there are some on the bottom. Let me get some, like right here is some right in here. They're hitting this while I'm trying to film this. And there's some here, some there. These fish are so aggressive right now. There's one on it right there. Oh, missed him. Hopefully he didn't take the little Kitech and take off with it. Let's see. Oh, it's still there. Oh, but it does look kind of different. It got beat up a little bit. I guess I'd prefer to take the time to actually get off here. And these Kitechs, I'm telling you, they are so slippery. I'm gonna hook it further in the meat of the lure to try to get at least a couple more hits out of it before I have to change it, because it does get expensive. You get into these stripe like this and bass, and they're hitting like these fish are hitting. You can go through several dozen of these lures in just no time, and it gets a little bit expensive, I'll tell you. All right, so let me know where you're from if you're just joining us. I've been fishing over here on Watts Bar for a couple of months now. Wow, there was another one I just missed. Oops, let me get you all a better view. Apologize. There you go. I've been fishing over here on Watts Bar And there's some kind of phenomenon going on in here that these fish just they're just not leaving. They're here. They're always here. The bass are getting fewer and fewer, and the stripe are getting more plentiful. And so that is something to keep in mind, as it does seem like what's a good word? The topology maybe is different now than it was a month ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out here and get a little bit deeper. And I'm going to start trying to find some that I think are on the bottom. So right there's a group that's, well, the problem with looking for the ones on the bottom is that there's a whole lot above them also. And it's going to be hard for it to make its way all the way to the bottom for the big ones if the small ones see it first and get it. Okay, that's almost all the way down. It made it. Okay, so now that that's on the bottom, make sure, yeah, okay, it's on the bottom now. I'm just going to slowly reel this across the bottom in hopes that one will see it thinking it's an injured minnow and just come smash it. No. Well, okay, so the ones on the bottom ain't got no play. Let's go way over here. Oh, I was like, why did none of those hit? Well, you know, ugh, when it looks like that, they're probably not going to hit. All right, so here's a great example of fish that are not up at the top. They're kind of suspended out there, and I'm just going to kind of try to come right on top of them. They're one hit it pretty quick. They're chasing it right now, but it looks like a lot of small ones. Okay, where'd you guys go? Are you all that small? Oh, there was one. There's a line of them right here, and I'm just coming right through it. There, he got it. He got it and didn't let go, but he's small. I'm really wanting to try to find some of the bass. Oh, look at there, that is a bass. Oh, I think this is the 5th bass. I think I'm 3 or 4 stripe in, and that's my 5th bass right there, but he's just kind of little. I'm gonna see if I can get at least one more out of this contact before I give it up and get a new one. I'm noticing there's quite a few bass in this area today. So there's something right there feeding top water. And what I'll do is just, I kind of fell short, and I'll just look at that right there. See, they're feeding over there. But once they start doing that, if I can keep this up near the surface and get it anywhere close to them, I should be able to catch them. See, that's a bass right there chasing over there. I don't know exactly how well you can see, but what I'm trying to do is figure out, when there's this many stripe in the water, if there's something that you can do to stay focused on the largemouth. You know, if you're in a tournament, catching 50 and 60 stripe to every one bass is probably not what you want. And so it'd be nice to know, with all of these stripe in here right now, is there something I can specifically do to try to stay away from the stripe and catch largemouth? I'm trying all kinds of different retrieves. Let's see, I had a largemouth just a minute ago. There's a bunch of fish heading right below me according to the depth finder. Let's back out of this area just a little, because I see a lot behind me. Oh, where's everybody from? I see at least 4 people on there. Where's everybody at? Where's everyone from? Okay. So let me know if you can see other people. I can't see anybody else on here. I wonder. It's showing 2. It is public. Surely it's not private. Or did it by any chance go to subscribers only, maybe?